Hey everybody, welcome back. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. We're doing elements. We're starting with earth, air, fire, and then water. All right. Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, earth signs. Okay. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Overall energy, we have number 32, door to spirit. And it is pertaining to number 34, occupation, and number 10, journey. Interesting. Door to spirit is, for me, talking about embracing more of your spiritual self, also possibly following your intuition, your higher gifts. When it pertains to occupation and journey, it feels like for some of you, you could be going into some kind of a spiritual business, a new opportunity. Journey is, you could even be traveling for work, but it feels like a new cycle beginning. So I also feel like you're following your intuition and things are shifting when it comes to your occupation. And again, journey, you could be traveling for work, but I feel like it's talking more about starting a new cycle in work. We do have the Child of Coins. I feel like there's something that has been offered to you. You could be, again, receiving some kind of promotion, maybe a raise, a new opportunity, maybe to work in another city, another state, country, whatever. We have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is reminiscent on the past, but it also, I feel like we have Mercury retrograde right now, and so you could have people coming back around from the past. If it's not people from the past, it could be like a past dream or desire that's coming back around, something that maybe you had forgotten about or maybe didn't think was gonna take place. We have the Five of Swords. Interesting, we will clarify, but it feels like there could be some kind of conflict. Could be internal conflict where it's like, I don't know, should I take it, should I not? But we will find out on that. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 43, man holding a coin. That is you, earth energy. And it is pertaining to number 20, house. Interesting. I feel like you kind of have the Midas touch, the mind set on money. But also I feel like you could be shifting, moving. By shifting, I mean, shifting is not the word that I was thinking of, but like redecorating or revamping your home. And or moving, purchasing a new home. We do have a 9 of coins. That is wish fulfillment, but it's also being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Let's clarify. What is this Child of Coins for the earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, whatever's coming in for you, I definitely feel like you're following your intuition, your higher guidance. Pisces energy with the Hierophant. With the Magician, this is magic. Like you're creating magic. This is Gemini, Virgo energy, and you're creating in tandem with your higher self, hence the door to spirit. This feels like it's very much in alignment with your North Node, your what it is that you're meant to do, your templed path, if you will. We have the Star card. Not only is that having faith in the future, but it's wish fulfillment, Aquarius energy. And I feel like you've been planting the seeds with the 7 of Pentacles to create or finally embody your creation. With the 3 of Pentacles, there could be a collaboration coming, but I definitely feel as though if you're not collaborating with others, you're definitely being able to use your creativity, and work isn't going to feel like work anymore. It's going to feel joyful. What is the Six of Cups? Nice. All right, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So again, the Six of Cups is, for me, more so, I feel like there's an opportunity that you maybe had forgotten about coming back around from the past. I also feel like there could be somebody coming back around from the past for you. We do have the Ace of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, a new emotional opportunity. Yes, it could be love, but it also could be expansion of spiritual gifts, as well as a new emotional experience. Could be this new job, this new creative endeavor. With the Page of Wands, pages bring news, but I feel like this is you embodying this energy of passion, drive, desire, and forward momentum. We have the Sun card, Leo energy, which is the happiest card in the deck. I feel as though this is all about creativity, joy, happiness, abundance. I will make mention that we have the Five of Swords again on the bottom, which is the next card that we're clarifying. There just could be some, it just feels more like internal conflict, but let's clarify. What is this Five of Swords? So the Five of Swords is being clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, which is what we're going to clarify in the underlying. Again, wish fulfillment. It's being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. The Lovers card, soulmate connection, Gemini energy, and the Justice card. It honestly feels like if you had conflict with another person, or even in your own mind, that the shift and changes that you're going through is going to alleviate that. It feels like maybe finances were at odds with you and another, or in your own mind. Maybe there was fear, stress, anxiety. Justice, I don't know if I said, is Libra energy. There's balance, not only coming in a connection when it came to maybe, again, arguing, fighting, people on edge, or even in your own mindset. I feel like things are finally coming into balance. There is a soulmate connection. Does not have to be love. It definitely can be. But I feel like whatever this soulmate connection is, it is definitely coming back into balance. What is in the underlying the Nine of Coins? Actually, let's use a different deck. What's the Nine of Coins in the underlying? Nice. Okay. Wow. So again, you have wish fulfillment out 3 times. Earth signs, this is a big month for you, or week, or time to be alive, if you will. That's wish fulfillment, and it's financial stability, security, but it goes above that. It's like having that extra. So clarifying the Nine of Coins, we have, again, the Magician. You've got the Magician out twice now. This is alchemy. It's magic. It's being able to, like the Midas touch. It is literally being able to turn your dreams into reality, something tangible. We have the Lovers again. I feel like there's another person here. I'm not seeing a person, but if they have not come into your awareness, they will be. Soulmate connection, and the Strength card. I feel like Leo energy. I don't know if I said Lovers is Gemini and the Magician is Gemini, Virgo. This situation, it's like you're taking your power back, your back and your strength, your perseverance. And I feel like this could be you and a soulmate creating this financial windfall, abundance, being able to actually enjoy more than just getting by, if you will. With the Four of Wands, this definitely feels like it could be a union, but on top of that, it feels more so also like you're walking your templed path. We've got the Door to Spirit. It's definitely a financial boost, major creative energy, in tandem with spirit, but also I feel like there is another person involved. And again, Mercury is in retrograde with the Six of Cups. I feel like there is somebody coming back around from the past for you, if they're not already here. All right. What is your timing card? Number 13, next summer. Well, I don't know where you are in the world, but right now we are in, ooh, are we in spring yet? No, I don't know if we are or not. I'm looking at my calendar. It's not telling me. But I will tell you that here in the United States, summer is on its way, and we're going by that. So this summer, I feel like all of this is going to be really kicking off for you, Earth signs. All right, I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and then we will head into the air signs. Hi, Vicky. Oh my gosh, Vicky. So good to see. Well, I don't really see you, but you know what I mean. Oh, spring is Friday. Thank you. So good to see you, Miss Vicky. You are missed. Or you have been missed. You're not missed anymore because now you're here. All right, let's see. All right, Paola, I do super chat questions. It's a $5 minimum per question, and the question gets answered after I'm done with the elements. I still have air, fire, and water to go. Oh, Vicky, no, I totally understand. I don't expect you to be here. Like, it's just good to see you. And I'm wishing all is well with you. Hello from South Africa. Claudia, yes. Just so you're all aware, I only read the chat while I am shuffling. I've already done the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm headed into air. I have a few more decks to shuffle. Oh, extended group members, your April monthlies will be out on Friday. For everybody else, they will come out on Monday. And please forgive me in advance for who knows what reason I have been calling them Aries instead of April. I'm like, you know, hey, Taurus, you're Aries monthly. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe because it's Aries season, but very interesting that it's like I'm doubling down on the Aries energy. So, not that it's bad energy, it's just silliness, I guess. Okay, air signs at Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What do we have for Aquarius, Libra, Gemini? What they need to know right now. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates. Whoop, got a lot going on there. And leave what doesn't. Also, feel free to watch your other placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you're dealing with. Okay, air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Overall energy is number 28, victory. Pertaining to number 24, thief. Definitely feeling victorious over some kind of theft. Now, a thief can be a lot of things. It can feel like somebody is stealing your energy. It could be literally somebody stole from you. It could be so many different things. If you think of a theft as in, you know, somebody stole what you deemed as your promotion. But the victory, I feel like, is talking about whatever it was that you feel like was taken from you or you missed. It was almost like the divine had a hand in it because something so much better came out for you. or you will find that out. We have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. This is following your intuition, your higher guidance. For some of you, you could be reaching out to a High Priestess, somebody who's highly intuitive, psychic, for guidance, but you could be tapping into your own. We have the Judgment card. This is Scorpio energy. Interesting. This is all about surrendering to what is. So whatever that theft is for you, air signs. And I mean surrender as in not like, oh, I'm just going to sit down and take it. It's surrender as in, I'm not going to fight against it. I'm not going to think about it. I know that whatever is for my best and highest good is coming in for me. So we surrender and we move in a new direction, meaning we're not going to focus on it anymore. We're going to look at it from a new perspective of, hence victory, success. That looks like the Midas touch, honestly. And then we have the Queen of Swords, specifically Libra, but that's your energy. This is you in your power. By following your intuition, surrendering to what is, moving in a new direction, you're taking your power back. Not only are you taking your power back, but this is all about balance. It's somebody who's willing to be diplomatic, see things from a different perspective. You could also be receiving intuitive hits, if you will, like clarity, seemingly out of nowhere. Speaking your truth. Now, let's not get confused. Speaking your truth isn't calling somebody an a-hole. When you speak your truth, it's going to be to your own self generally. Or how do I explain that? There's a difference between what most people think is speaking their truth, like, oh, you did this to me and that to me. That's not really truth. That's your truth, yes, but it's not true. We attract things to us. Speaking your truth would be along the lines of wishing the best for all involved, or my truth is from my higher self, knowing that things are always working out for the best and highest good of everybody involved. So when you speak your truth, it isn't, again, like most people think it's that time of, I'm going to bash people, or I feel this way and I'm going to tell everybody about it. That's not what speaking your truth is. It's also talking about what it is that you're desiring, being able to speak your truth. I desire, to have this and that and whatever. So I don't know if that came across correctly, but whatever. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 34, door to personal healing and happiness. Nice. Definitely feel like you have turned a page here. In fact, I heard part of a song, Turn the Page. I don't know what song that is off the top of my head, but this door to personal healing and happiness is pertaining to number 26, great fortune. So I feel as though not only is this talking about tangible fortune, finances coming in for you, but being able to shift into, look at these cards. It's like being embodied by that golden light, that healing light. It feels very, being in the energy of fortunate, but more so appreciative of what it is that you do have, which is bringing in more fortune, what it is that you desire. And frankly, a lot of times we think we know what we desire, which is why we can get a little bit kerfunkled when something like this happens. And if we stay true to, like, I want this or better, like if this isn't meant for me, I want better, because spirit can see a whole picture that we can't see. And so when something's taken away from us, or we feel that way, it's normally because there's something so much better that we never could have thought of that's on its way. We do have a Queen of Wands, specifically Aries energy, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. This is Aries season that we actually have already jumped into, haven't we? On the 21st. What is today? No, it's coming. It's coming in a few days. There's a lot of things taking place in Aries season. If you watch the mid-month check-ins that are already out, I gave a lot of the astrology, but this also could pertain to a person. But this is passion, drive, desire, forward momentum, magic, charisma. It's the energy of somebody who feels confident and creative, moving towards things that they desire. We have the Six of Cups. So I feel like for some of you, there is definitely somebody coming back around from the past. Mercury is also in retrograde, so that has a tendency to happen. I will also say that this is, again, feeling like there's some past heartfelt wish, drive, desire that maybe you thought would never happen, or you just weren't, you know, one of those situations, I'll do it when X, Y, and Z. I feel like now you're in that energy of passion, drive, desire, forward momentum, going after your dreams, desires, some of them very old. It's opening you up. I feel like not only is there healing energy, happiness, joy, but you're moving towards something desired. Let's clarify, air signs, shall we? What is the High Priestess? Nice. Okay, so the High Priestess is being clarified by the Two of Wands. I feel like you're following your intuition. You're turning your back on the old, moving towards something that you truly desire with passion, and having faith in the future. This is also the Minor Arcana of the World card. It's talking about starting a new cycle. With the Hanged Man, I also feel as though following your intuition is helping you, Pisces energy, to literally get a new perspective, like I was saying, as opposed to being upset that something feels like it was taken away. Get excited, like, oh, that means it wasn't for me. That means something better is coming. With the Page of Wands, pages bring news, some kind of passionate communication, but I also feel like this is you taking a leadership role, taking that passion, drive, and desire, and forward momentum. What's the Judgment? I mean, I guess I could have let it fall on the ground, but I didn't want to. Okay. Nice. Good grief, air signs. So again, Judgment, that's you surrendering to what is and moving in that new direction, having faith in wherever you're headed. The Chariot card, that is Cancer energy, victory, success, movement forward, but possibly even some form of recognition, whether it's public recognition from a boss, something to that extent. High Priestess, you're moving forward with victory, success, Pisces energy, and following that intuition, that higher guidance. And what is it bringing? A time of celebration, joy, happiness. You could even be moving into a new soul tribe, a group of friends, or even spirit court. We do have that Judgment again on the bottom, the same card we just clarified. Scorpio energy, that surrendering and moving in a new direction. What else does it bring? The Ace of Swords, Aries, Leo, Sag, clarity, truth, a new way of thinking, possibly receiving downloads, guidance, and the Six of Wands, which again is a form of public recognition, receiving some kind of attaboy, or for some of you, even a small level of fame. With the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like for a lot of you, this has been a very slow moving something coming in, but it's taken a very long time. Again, depending on what it is that we're going after and the underlying energy, it could have been years. But finally, that Wheel of Fortune is going to pop out. Pisces, Sagittarius energy. That's a big amount of progress, seemingly out of nowhere. It also talks about a windfall, hence the great fortune. And the Nine of Pentacles. Well, the Nine of Pentacles is wish fulfillment, for one, but it also is about being able to reap the rewards of the fruits of your labor. Therefore, again, great fortune, receiving some kind of windfall. I'm not going to clarify the Queen of Swords because that's you. Let's get to the underlying. We have the Queen of Wands. Who or what is the Queen of Wands? Again, the Queen of Wands could even be you embodying that energy, so take it how it resonates. it is being clarified by the Six of Swords. That is a moving into emotional and mental calmer waters. It's a rite of passage. With the Seven of Pentacles, that is a time to reflect on the seeds that you've planted, the energetic seeds that you've been planting. And interesting, I feel like things are going to start showing up, hence the Six of Cups that we're going to clarify next. With the Emperor, Aries energy. So we've just doubled down on the Aries energy. It could pertain to a boss, somebody who embodies that Emperor energy. Could even pertain to you embodying that Emperor energy. Maybe you're becoming your own boss. Maybe, well, I feel like you are taking a leadership role in your own life, really putting up your big girl or big boy britches and like moving in. It just feels like a brand new cycle taking place where whatever once was is no more. Like we're moving on up. So it could be that you're embodying this energy, or if this is pertaining, you offhand are like, hey, that sounds like so-and-so. Emperor energy, again, boss, somebody who takes a leadership role, somebody who is in charge, in control. What's the Six of Cups? Ooh. Well, the Six of Cups is being clarified by the Page of Cups. Pages bring news. Somebody's coming back around from the past. Somebody who might want to, I don't know, maybe it starts off as a sweet little kind, hey, how's it going? Been thinking about you kind of energy. It could even be like, let's go grab a coffee. It's page energy. So it's not a huge, they're not throwing a brand new, hey, let's get down and boogie. This is just very sweet, very kind gesture. The Justice card, Libra energy. This is a very balanced offer and opportunity. So for some of you, this could be an old boss, and or it could be somebody who is a boss of a, like, I feel like this is twofold. This soulmate doesn't have to be love. It could literally be somebody that's coming back around from the past or a past life that is now somebody who maybe revamped their own life, and now you two are energetically in alignment and they're offering you an opportunity. We have that Nine of Pentacles. So again, I feel like somebody could be coming back around from the past. Wish fulfillment, enjoying the fruits of your labor. For some of you, this is a past dream that's coming back around. This is a dream, a desire, a heartfelt wish. And whether you get this inclination through, because you have the High Priestess popping out twice at least, this inclination of, God, you know, I used to love to do X, Y, and Z. Maybe I should, you know, check that out. And it just grows into something else. It definitely feels very balanced, stable, and prosperous. We also have the Empress on the bottom. So for some of you, there is a connection that's coming in, Emperor and Empress. But if that's not going to be the case, because it's not going to be for everybody, the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy is all about turning your dreams and desires into something tangible, into reality. It's Venusian energy. And Venus is actually retrograde at this time, which is talking about kind of going backwards and making sure, like, am I on track here? Well, this is Venusian energy. So maybe there's something that maybe at some point you set down and you're like, I'll get to that, you know, whenever. And, you know, a year later, 20 years later, whatever the case, it just kind of comes up and you're like, oh, maybe that's what I should be doing. It's a time of fertility for some of you. If you are wanting children, it could be that time for you. But it's prosperity. It's new beginnings. It's beautiful energy. Okay. Your timing card, number 26, December. So whatever is getting started now could come to a culmination point in December. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to shuffle and we'll move on to fire signs. That's like 9 months away. Oh, how long does it take for kids to be born? 9 months. I'm just saying. Oh my God. Which doesn't mean it's a kid. I'm just saying it doesn't mean it's pregnancy for everybody. But they do say a lot of times that our manifestations are along the same lines of, you know, you plant the seed, the energetic seed, and then it takes, you know, however long, right? So anyway. Oh, I'm glad to hear everything's great, Vicki. And yes, you should claim it. In fact, so far, I'd like to claim the air and the fire. Although I don't really have anything in fire, but I feel like I should claim that one too. Or not fire. We haven't done fire yet. Earth. Earth and air so far. Oh my goodness. Wait until... So far, the April monthlies, Aries reading is like phenomenal. And it didn't want me to like make the reading for some reason. There's so many things that seemingly went awry while I was attempting to do that reading, but I would not quit. I was like, nope, like this is amazing. I'm not going to scratch it and start over. All right, well, we'll see what's happening with the fire. If the fire and the water aren't great, then just stick with your air. Okay, one more deck to shuffle, and then we will get into it. One more deck. Ah! Oh my gosh. Okay. We are going to start fire. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Fire signs. Ooh, that was quick. Fire signs. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Fire signs. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Okay. Fire signs. I wish I would have brought something to drink. I almost went to grab it and there's nothing there. Overall energy is number 52, Goddess of the Moon. And it is pertaining to number 13, Wealthy Man. Something with 13, I don't know what it is, but that number just like popped in my mind. So you might be seeing the number 13. Maybe it's on the 13th day of a month, like something pertaining to 13. I heard good looking. I don't know what, anyway. So the Goddess of the Moon energy, first of all, it is feminine energy. And I, for whatever reason, have been called to go back to the full moon lunar eclipse that took place, roughly on the 13th, depending on your time zone, 13th, early 14th. It is full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo, which was, or is the South Node, all about things that you're needing to leave behind, let go of, things that no longer serve you. But then also, it's Virgo is very about your health, your self-care, your self-love, things of that nature. So, habits, things that, daily habits. Also, the goddess of the moon is about spiritual gifts, things of that nature, your intuition, your higher perception, your other faculties. And that would have also been a time, and now is a time of that to be enhanced. It pertaining to a wealthy man, I will also say moon energy is about moving through your fears, hidden secrets. But this is pertaining to a wealthy man. And 13, there's something, somebody knows, whatever the 13 is for you. Maybe it'll pop up at some point and you're going to be like, oh, I get it. But it won't let me let it go. So unless it gives me more information, there's nothing more I can do. Anyways, can we get over the 13, please? Well, okay, I'm hearing the 13th hour, and does that mean something? Because I don't know. Anyway, I feel like there's something that is floating in, a wealthy man of sorts. Interesting, because I'm seeing like the tide bringing something in, and it just happens to be this wealthy man. We will find out what or who this wealthy man is here in a moment. I heard sixth sense. You might actually, for some of you, have been waiting. But for some of you, I feel like this is an energy of like almost knowing, like the feeling of knowing somebody that you're just meeting, like you've known them before. Well, you probably have, probably a past life. We have the King of Wands. That is you. Specifically Sag, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. It's all of you fire signs. So this is you showing up very strong in your energy, in your power, very confident, charismatic, passion driven. Then we have the Queen of Coins. Well, it's interesting because even though it's a queen, male, female, not gender specific, the Queen of Coins is going to be specifically Capricorn energy, so keep your eyes out for a Capricorn, but it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and it makes me think of the wealthy man because we're talking about coins. So the Queen of Coins is somebody who is very generous. They are grounded, stable, financially secure. They like the finer things in life. They're very loyal. And we have the Six of Swords. So again, Six of Swords is like a rite of passage, moving out of emotional and mental, it's moving into calmer waters, possibly after a time of instability, insecurity, something of that nature. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 40, 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Nice. This is your spirit connection, intuition, inspiration, which goes along very well with the goddess of the moon. This is you having that, again, that clarity, that knowing, those downloads, heightened spiritual gifts. It's pertaining to number 23, courthouse. So for some of you, yeah, you're going through some kind of court situation. For the majority, it's more talking about some form of a judgment, or it almost feels like clarity and judgment. There's some kind of judgment or clarity of judgment. I also feel like this is you being able to balance. Well, I heard balance the books, but balance the, I'm hearing checks and balances. And 13, for the love of 13. For some of you, this is going to be, I heard the next step in a long-lasting, we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. That's a higher level of commitment. So even if it isn't a marriage, because we do have the courthouse, this could be some form of a spiritual union with another person. The Hierophant also does talk about seeking out guidance from a guru of sorts. But I feel like with you being in the energy of your sixth chakra, unless you're being led and guided to a guru, it feels more like this is a commitment with the courthouse. It doesn't have to be love. It could definitely be just a business opportunity for some of you with the wealthy man. Because the King of Wands, fire energy, is also talks about entrepreneurship. So maybe you're getting a partner of sorts or financial backing. Interesting. Let's clarify. I'm not going to clarify you. I feel like you know who you are. Who or what is this Queen of Coins? You want something that was manifested. Okay. The Queen of Coins is being clarified by the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. This is alchemy. This is you creating. And with the energy you're sat in, I feel like it's you creating in tandem with your higher self, with spirit, following that intuition, that higher guidance. This is somebody that you've manifested or an opportunity. Again, I feel like it's a person that's either going to be financially backing this or you're going to enter into some kind of a commitment or union with this person. Again, could be love, marriage, but I feel like this is more business oriented. With the Three of Wands, it's like you created and you've been waiting. And waiting isn't necessarily bad. I feel like this has been a learning experience, but you've been waiting for the ships to come in. Like you've manifested and it's kind of like, and we're kind of waiting on things to make manifest in the 3D. We have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is chironic wounding. And I feel like this is more talking about there was a need maybe to even get out of your own way, fear, stress, anxiety, maybe even like double guessing or not double guessing. How do I explain that? It's like one day you're like, yeah, everything's going to be great. And then all of a sudden your mind's like, oh, but it's never going to work. Oh, who would ever want to join, your business? Like the double mind. I feel like the longer you had to wait, the more it was kind of like, eh. We have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is, I feel like you emotionally detached from a person, place, or situation in order to find that Nine of Cups, that emotional sovereignty, something, well, I heard magical. But whatever it is that you've been waiting for, that you created, is on its way. It's coming in. This is a windfall of sorts. Again, it feels like you are receiving some form of a wish or desire. What is the Six of Swords? Okay. For some of you, you also might have created the ending of an old job, home, something to that extent. Something that was tied to a lesson, a chironic wound. The Six of Swords, again, that's the moving to calmer waters after a time of stagnancy or a feeling like things aren't going to happen or they're never going to come true or whatever. Or excuse me, why am I thinking of the Wheel of Fortune? It's moving into calmer waters after a time of mental and emotional kerfunkel, if you will. I can't think of a better word. We have the Temperance in the reverse. This is Sagittarius energy, and it's all about the timing is now. It is not, the divine timing has come. It is now. It also talks about taking action. With the Empress, it's a time of fertility and expansion, growth, new beginnings. It feels like you are about to turn your dreams and desires into reality. And the Four of Cups. I feel like there was a very long, I heard 3 years, maybe 13 years, I don't know, a span of time where there was a lot of emotional unsatisfaction, or a feeling of neglect or rejection, even if you were in an emotional tie with a person, place, or situation. We finally have the World card. So that's Capricorn, Aquarius energy, a new cycle finally beginning. So far, before I get into the underlying, I feel like there is somebody coming in for you. I also feel like in order for that to have come in, there was something that needed to be left or let go of. Hence the Virgo full moon lunar eclipse. Even if it was just a memory, there was something that needed to be released, something that you might have still been holding on to. But I feel like you've created this brand new opportunity. This person, there is a person coming in. Even if you've left a person behind, there's a person coming in that is going to be backing you in some respect, whether it's in a union or business or both. Again, the time is now. I feel like you moved away from an old situation that had you in turmoil, if you will, and that it's time to take action, that the time is ripe to create. Things have shifted in your favor. A new cycle has begun. What's the Hierophant energy? What is that about? So the Hierophant is being clarified by the Two of Swords. There was or is going to be a time of uncertainty, unable or unwilling to make a choice. With the Page of Cups, I feel like you're going to follow your heart. I also feel like for some of you, this is a heartfelt wish, desire. I definitely feel like you're being led and guided. It's whether or not you're going to get out of your own way, because we never did get the 10 of Wands. So you might still have a little bit of that, that's in essence trying to prevent you from moving forward or feeling like you deserve to move forward, which you do. The Strength card, Leo energy, you're taking your power back. You're in your power, but you have the strength, the perseverance to move through whatever situation you need to. And I feel like whatever this higher level of commitment, be it a union, a business, or both, it's making you feel powerful and strong. And it feels more like a heartfelt wish and desire, something that you truly were desiring. We do have the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, followed by the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. This, again, for some of you is going to be a union, something that you are going to be able to see in a new light, new perspective. For others, it's your templed path. And it could be both, union and templed path. But I feel like you are now gaining, there was something that you needed to sacrifice in order to see things differently or clearly, or get set on a course correction. There was a course correction that took place. I heard it felt very uncomfortable. So, oh my gosh. Your timing card. Number 30, patience. It's not time yet. Well, that's interesting because I feel like I beg to differ with it not being time yet. However, I will say that just because things get moving doesn't mean that things are going to be, like, you don't start moving and then hit the finish line the next day. It could take time, but enjoy the ride, because that's what it's all about, is the experience. Okay, I'm going to shuffle and then we will move on to the water signs. Shuffling and moving on to the water. Please feel free to hit the like button, subscribe. I'll be back Friday. I think I have Friday set for noon as well. Noon my time. I don't know what time it is your time, but it's noon my time. And Friday, even though there's not full clarifications, it's individual signs. It's also for the week ahead. Air was pretty good. I don't know. We'll see what the water offers. We will see what water offers. Vicky, if you haven't yet, watch if for no other reason than to find out the astrology, watch the mid-month check-ins, the ones I just did. Because in there, I put in the astrology, there's some major, Neptune is going into Aries for the first time in like 160 years. And that's, Neptune rules Pisces, which is, you know, magic and spirit and, you know, things of that nature. And then Aries is creation. And this is happening, I want to say, is it the 30th? I think it's the 30th. So Aries is creation. So you're taking, like, I can't wait to see what happens. Who knows what's going to happen because it hasn't happened in 160 years. But it feels really like I feel energized and like excited. So it's got to be good, right? If I get excited, it must be good. Must be something amazing. I don't know. I get excited about little things, really. Either way, I recommend it. All right, last deck to shuffle. And then we're going to get into lay water signs. Yeah, the solar eclipse is on the 29th. So there's a lot of things like Venus and Mercury both retrograded in, they're crossing over 0 degrees of Aries. We have the solar eclipse in Aries taking place. I think that's at like 9 degrees. And then we have the Neptune entering, Aries at 0 degrees. So it's a big deal. And Aries is fire, it's energy, it's passion, it's drive, it's magic, it's like creation, right? So I'm excited. I don't know, I'm excited. All right, water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I almost said that incorrectly. I don't know how it just came out that way. Scorpio. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Oh my gosh, down it goes. What do we have for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio? I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. One more, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross-watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Okay. Water signs. So we have one energy, but 4 pertaining tos came out. It could be all of these. It could be one of these. This is more or less a collective general reading. So if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, great. All right. Overall energy for the water signs, number 49, Angel of Love. I'm going to more or less say that I feel like that is you embodying your own energy, because water signs are considered heart, emotion, things of that nature. But I also will say that you could be, well, fully embodying the water sign energy is about love, compassion, intuition, psychic abilities. It's being in your emotions. And it's pertaining to number 30, adjudication, some kind of a judgment. It also could be something balancing out as well, pertaining to a home. So the house energy, if you've been watching me long enough, you know that I feel as though the house energy pertains to the mind. Like the different rooms in the house is different aspects in the mind, things that you're moving through. But I feel as though on just a general level, some of you could have a court situation pertaining to a home. I feel like it's going to benefit you. You will be benefited. But I feel like there's a some kind of a judgment or shift taking place in the mind. It's like having your heart and your mind in tandem. Sudden wealth, number 11. So again, depending on how that resonates for you, I definitely feel like you have finances coming in. We have a mature man. So the mature man is just that. You could have a mature man that you're dealing with that's bringing in this sudden wealth for you, but it's also got the world in it, which makes me feel like there's something about a shift. Oh, I'm getting a major ringing in my right ear. A shift taking place in your world, growth, expansion. There's faith in the future, but I feel like you could also be starting a new cycle. So let me break that down because there was a lot of things going on here. It's like super high pitched. I definitely feel like you are feeling the love. Maybe you're just in love with life in general, which is beautiful energy. I feel like you're embodying your water energy. There's definitely some form of a shift or judgment taking place in the mind. And I feel like that in itself is bringing in wealth. But I feel like there's also faith and knowledge, growth, expansion taking place. Faith in the future, for sure. A new cycle beginning. On the other side of that, it could be that there's some kind of a judgment pertaining to a home and you are coming out on top, whether you're getting the home or you're getting the money. So, what am I doing? I haven't even gone through all the cards yet. Queen of Coins, you could be dealing with a Capricorn and or have that in your chart specifically, but it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Queen of Coins, again, it's that same sudden wealth kind of energy, but it's the energy of somebody who is very loyal, grounded, stable, financially well off. They can be very, they like to give gifts. They like the finer things in life. They could have that Midas touch where it feels like everything they touch turns to gold. Some would consider that to be luck. Interesting. And then we have the 7 of Coins. These are seeds that you planted. Something that you've already energetically put out there in the universe. It's starting, I heard it's time to harvest. Who said? It's time to reap your harvest or collect your harvest. Like things are coming back around. We have the 3 of Coins. So good grief. No wonder sudden wealth. You've got all coins down here. And spoiler alert, there's one in the underlying too. The 3 of Coins is a collaboration. So it could be a business opportunity. But it also talks about going after what it is that you desire, Okay, I get the word creativity. That's not what I want. Creatively pursuing some kind of business or something that is something more than just, okay, I'm going to go work a 9 to 5. This is like your baby. This is your creativity, internal, reflecting in your external. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 3, blossoming abundance. Okay, I am claiming this reading thus far. I'm a Pisces. I can do as much. I'm also claiming the air because I'm a Libra. And heck, I also have Taurus in my chart, so I'll claim the earth one too. Anyway, blossoming abundance, and it's pertaining to number 13, wealthy man. Don't know who this wealthy man is, but I'm here for it. Okay, so it's interesting because you have sudden wealth, blossoming abundance, wealthy man. We do have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. There's something that you're going to view in a new light. You may have at some point sacrificed yourself or part of yourself in order to expand or be able to see things. And I'm getting crazy heart palpitations right now. Like energy is just flowing. But there's something that you're seeing in a new light. And I'm curious to know if it's this wealthy man or this abundance, but we have the Knight of Coins. And so whatever this is, it is reliable, it's stable, it's secure, and it's the slowest moving opportunity in the world. It has taken a very long time for this to come in. Maybe it's the person, but you're being able to view things in a new light. Maybe you're understanding that things that take long, the reason it took as long to come in, it was worth the wait, something to that extent. But let's get into it. Let's clarify. Who is this Queen of Coins? Interesting. So the Queen of Coins is being clarified by the Hermit card, the Five of Pentacles, and the Devil card. Interesting. So the Hermit is Virgo energy. It's all about going within. It's like a spiritual winter, if you will, going within, figuring out what it is that you're passionate about, what drives you. And it's also about going after your North Node. So the star is the wish fulfillment, also the North Node, what it is that you are destined and fated to go towards, which we had the full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. Even though this is Capricorn energy, it could pertain to the moon energy and not a specific person, but it's a course correction, and it's a time of going within, kind of shutting yourself off from people, places, and situations, other people's thoughts, opinions, ideas, to figure out your truth. I feel like for some time you could have been struggling financially, but not because things were not moving and shaking outside of you. It was internal, and that could be what you're learning as well, that there was something internally, whether it was that you felt not good enough, not confident enough, feeling lacking in some respect. With the Devil card, there was definitely a part of you in your shadow energy, but I feel like you've gone in and shifted that. I feel like if you're not embodying this, this is somebody that's coming in for you. But I definitely feel like there's an energy of you breaking free from some kind of ego, Capricorn energy, by the way. Something pertaining to, especially with water signs, something pertaining to this 3D reality that had you, in essence, bound or stuck in lack and less than, feeling not good enough. And maybe for some of you, it could have led you to some kind of addictive behaviors, drinking, drugging, codependency, all sorts of different things. But this is you moving out of that energy. And frankly, I feel like the Queen of Coins could still be that wealthy man that has come in since you've gone through this. Because if you've already gone through that, or if you haven't, you will, going within and working on, I don't like the word working. It's more or less like taking away things that weren't serving us, right? Moving through spiritual awakening kind of energy, dark night of the soul. That person would be coming in now if you're re-emerging from that. What is the Seven of Coins? Well, it flipped and then it didn't flip. I'm taking it. It flipped and then it didn't flip. All right, Seven of Coins. Oh, Seven of Coins. Again, these are the seeds that we have planted, and now it's time to reap that harvest, right? The harvest is coming in. We have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, also what's in your underlying. This is you getting a new perspective. And what did you get a new perspective of? Well, you got a new perspective when you went inside and figured out what it was that was holding you back, keeping the finances at bay, keeping, whatever situation, your grounded stability, your security. I feel like you're seeing, first of all, stability and security in a whole new light. And also, I feel like you're seeing your role in what you were creating or what you were embodying differently. We have the Hierophant. So I feel like you're also viewing higher level of commitments a lot differently. Now, higher level of commitment can be a lot of things, doesn't have to be a relationship, definitely can be, but you are committed to a job, you are committed to your health, your wealth, your well-being. I feel like you're gaining a new perspective on this higher level of commitment, but I also feel like this pertains to spiritual commitment. There's something that you're seeing very differently. And that is what you're planting. The seeds that you're planting is, in essence, I feel like shifting your paradigm. I feel like it's shifting your truth, your belief system, the things that trigger you, your emotions. I feel like this is a major, major shift and change for you. Major course correction. We have the Four of Swords. Again, that's kind of like the Hermit card. It's a time of rest and healing. But it also talks about receiving intuition, guidance, downloads, meditation. With the High Priestess, that's just your energy. You're following your intuition, and I feel like your gifts at this time could be off the charts. Off the charts in the respect that your heightened perceptions and intuition, your clairs, whatever gifts you might possess are getting heightened at this time. What is the Three of Coins? What is the Three of Coins? Nice. Aha. It's definitely a time of celebration. We have the Ace of Swords. This is clarity, truth, honesty, and it's a new way of thinking and believing. Like I said, I feel like you are revamping your mind. This is major course correction. The Three of Cups, it is definitely a time to celebrate. It is also, for some of you, you could be literally with the cups and the swords seeing, for some of you, you could actually be seeing spirit with your eyes, right? You could also be communicating with spirit, like feeling a very strong connection. We have the Tower card. Scorpio, Aries energy. This is a life-changing. This is seemingly out of nowhere life-changing. And it's, I heard it's pleasurable, which means it's good. And we still have that High Priestess on the bottom. It's interesting because as water signs, the spirituality part that comes out in your readings isn't a big shocker. But I will say that I feel like this is such a major transformation internally that your external world is going to not look the same. You definitely have broken free from some kind of feeling of lack, despair, feeling like you weren't good enough, lacking confidence, whatever it is. I feel like there was a major healing that had taken place. And at this point, again, we have that node of fate. I feel like things, there's a course correction and you are well on your way. So much so that it is going to, I heard, knock your socks off. Life-changing. And it's allowing you to follow your creative endeavors, things that you enjoy. It's not like, oh, great, my life path is I have to work at Denny's, or I don't know if you guys have Denny's, some diner. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. And for some people it is, but it's not going to feel like ho-hum. It's going to be like, woohoo, this is what I love to do. So if you love to work at that local diner because you get to interact with people and see faces and it just lights you up and it doesn't feel like work, then yes, that's great. But that's what I'm saying is whatever this is, it's allowing you to move towards some creative endeavor that feels amazing, that doesn't feel like work. And in turn, you're getting abundance. You're getting sudden wealth, shifts and changes. What's the Hanged Man in the underlying? Oop, there's that. Uh-oh. Why do I feel like another card flipped? No? No, I guess not. Okay. So, the Hanged Man, the new perception is allowing you to get a brand new passionate beginning because you're perceiving things differently, Aries, Leo, Sag. It's also about taking action, forward momentum, creativity, passion, drive, desire, magic. And I feel like what energy you might have previously been in is the Seven of Wands. Very defensive, along with the Two of Swords, which again, not to knock the water signs. I am one. I have a lot of water in my chart. So I can attest to the fact that sometimes we're in an energy where we're unwilling or unable to make a decision. It is called procrastination. That's the easy word for it. But a lot of times we create this big kerfunkel that it just seems so impossible. But it's one of these traits, right? That's why it's not a big deal when the devil comes out. We've all got shadow energy. It's whether or not we're pushing through it or moving through it. However, I feel like what you're being able to see is that you had a very defensive energy and a form of procrastination or lack of seeking or receiving clarity and guidance, even though it's readily available. You're perceiving things in a new light. You're perceiving your life in a new light, which is bringing in this brand new opportunity along with the Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Not only is it wish fulfillment, it is also heightened psychic abilities, being the Nine of Cups, and emotional sovereignty. I heard you passed the test. I don't know what the test is, but I feel like you passed some test. What is the Knight of Coins? Okay, that Knight of Coins, that really slow moving, steady, took for freaking ever to get here opportunity is being clarified by the Chariot, Cancer energy. Once it gets here, it's off to the races. Victory, success, forward momentum. For some of you, a form of recognition or acclaim. Page of Wands. I honestly feel like that's you embodying that energy. I feel like you are moving forward with your passion, your drive, and your desire. And I feel like you're moving towards what? The Star card. So the Star card is a lot of things. It's Aquarius energy to start with, but it is, you're moving with passion, with faith in the future. Faith is different than hope. Faith is knowing that the unseen is eventually going to be seen. Hope is like, well, I don't have it, and gosh, I sure hope it shows up eventually. Maybe, I don't know. So I feel like this is you having faith, but it's also wish fulfillment. You're moving towards it. It's an opportunity, and it seems small because it's not a king, right? It's the Knight, and it took forever for it to come in, and somehow it is tied to this wealthy man. So for some of you, the wealthy man just so happened to pop up. Maybe it's you. It could be you because we have blossoming abundance. It could be a client of yours. It could be a lover. It could even be male, female, not gender specific, you. So I definitely feel, same with a mature man. I feel like that could be your energy as well. I feel like this is all about you shifting and almost like making a final judgment pertaining to your own mind. So it's kind of like you becoming in control of your mind, not letting it go willy-nilly, and making a decision and sticking to it. Like if I were to make a final judgment in my mind, let's say I drink alcohol. I don't, but let's say I do. And I'm like, I'm never drinking again. And then I actually stick to it. I actually make that decision, that final judgment, and things, this is just an example, but things start to shift and change, and I grow, and I get sudden wealth, like abundance, because I'm finally like, I'm done. I'm not going to be in this energy anymore. I'm done. So whatever it is for you, I feel like that's why I always feel like the house is a mind. Yes, it could pertain to a home, but what I will tell you is that the 3D is a reflection of your internal emotions pushed outward. Your beliefs and your emotions and your vibration. Your beliefs, your thoughts create the emotion, which creates the external world. So regardless of how you look at it, I feel like looking at the internal workings is far more educational than talking about, a judgment against a house. But I definitely feel like this is, oh gosh, I didn't even go to the bottom yet. It's literally making a decision and sticking to it, as opposed to a week later being like, well, I'm going to just have one drink, or, well, and this is major. So whether it's alcohol or not, it doesn't really matter. This to me is an energy that goes deep within the subconscious, which is about feelings of lack and unworthy. And when you make a decision like, no, I am worthy, I am good enough, I do deserve prosperity, I do deserve X, Y, and Z, like whatever, you're breaking the chains that bind you. You're literally shifting, and you're shifting your perspective along the way, which shifts freaking everything. So again, that slow moving thing that came in, I feel like it was your slow moving to shift out of an old. But I will say also, the victory, the success, the forward momentum, the faith in the future brings in the 3 of Cups, a time for celebration. We're celebrating. We're celebrating new people coming into our life, new opportunity, new emotional balances. And we're celebrating the 9 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles is wish fulfillment. It is also going along with the blossoming abundance and the sudden wealth, opportunity. It's being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and not in the respect of, oh, yay, I got to pay my rent this month. No, or my mortgage or my car note or whatever it is. This is, I'm going to go take a nice vacation. After I go on a little shopping spree to buy myself a new wardrobe, and maybe go, buy that car part I always wanted. I have to remember that not only females watch this show. Go get that new shaving kit. Like whatever the case is, this is you being able to do more and enjoy your life, which is the whole point of us being here. So let me get to your timing card. Interesting, because I can see the timing card from here. Okay. I'm also going to pull the one off the bottom of the deck because it was staring at me as well. We have number 55. Time is frozen. So for most people, that would mean like, oh, things aren't moving. I feel like you've already been through all that. I feel like that is something that you already moved through. I will also tell you that with 2 retrogrades, time could feel frozen. However, time is an illusion. And what was staring at me on the bottom of the deck, which I find interesting because lo and behold, the 17th is St. Patrick's Day. I don't feel like this is a coincidence by any stretch of the imagination. Staring at me on the bottom is March with the clovers. Something could have started moving on Monday, St. Patty's Day. Something, I heard the luck of the Irish. Something could have started shifting, or even if it was an energetic feeling. I will tell you that with that eclipse that we just went through, that the the reverberations of that are going to be felt upwards of 6 months, if not longer. So these are amazing readings, and I want you to be super excited. And that's exactly the energy I want you to keep always. But what I will say is, when it comes to, especially because we got the time is frozen, and that's the problem. People want that instant gratification. So they get all excited and then it doesn't show up within the hour and they're like, it's coming. Keep the faith in the future because it is coming. There are things at play. And again, with the retrogrades, things feel like we're ready to go. We want it. We want it now. It's happening. And the retrograde energy is like, and slow. And not yet. So we're kind of getting push and pull energy here, especially because Aries season's all about action, fire, creation, movement, like going after what you desire. And I know we don't like that word, patience, but know that it is coming, and just stay in the excitement and then enjoy every moment of every day, because in hindsight, normally is when you see how you got from here to here, but just know, oh, this is happening for my best and highest good. Oh, this is me moving into that energy. Oh, so enjoy the moment. Enjoy every moment of every single day. All right, I'm going to read the chat. I don't see any super chats, but I will stick around here for a moment. Oh, you are in your return. I'm in my reversal, my nodal reversal. I'm sorry, Joanne. I was reading water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and that was the end. I've already done earth, air, and fire. I don't ever read the chat while I'm doing tarot, because then I get sidetracked too easily and then lose my mojo. I gotta keep with the mojo. So I always read after the fact. Hi, Sean. Oh, I already did fire signs, and it was actually a really decent reading. I did it right before, and I'll put the timestamps. I always put the timestamps in. I have to be off of here once or in order to do it, because if I leave a comment, it doesn't stay. But I will put the timestamps in. Oh, thank you, Vicky, for responding. See, that's what happens. I can't read the chat. I don't know. Some of you have seen me get in the middle of reading a chat, and then it's like, I like to stay in my groove thing. Anyway. Yeah, those were good. I feel like they were all really good. I mean, some, yes, were a little bit more better than others, but I feel like all in all, yeah, those were good readings for sure. Okay. I have shuffled me cards, and I don't see any, you know what I want to say. I don't see any super chats. So I am going to get out of here. I do still, I'm started uploading all of the April monthlies for the extended group membership. So, but you know, I'm getting there slowly but surely. It was so good to see you, Vicky. I appreciate you. I'm glad you took the time for yourself. And, you know, I will see you when I see you, and I love to see you, but I want you to always, always do what's best for you in every situation. So sending so much love and light to you all. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all on Friday or whenever I see you again. Don't forget to hit the like button. Like it. Like it. I'm just kidding. If you want to. If you want to. No pressure. See you on the next one.